Do you know how depressing it gets when you search for a budget laptop and that too under 25,000? We got this for 21K with the bank discount, and it obviously has a few cons, but surprisingly, this turned out to be a pretty good package for the price, like really good. This is Rupesh, you're watching Sillycorns. Time to hit that subscribe button, time to hit that bell icon, and first things first, the looks matter, and unlike a lot of budget laptops that scream cheap, 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 this does not look embarrassingly cheap. In fact, it looks pretty good. I mean, this is aesthetically pleasing, and this has the same industrial minimal sort of design I've seen in other Acer laptops. I mean, this is side by side with the lakh rupee laptop, the Acer Swift Go, and the design language is not that different. This is plastic, yes, you can feel it, but it doesn't give that away very easily. And at 21K, I'm not going to talk about the fact that the lid does not open with one hand, or there's this wobble, or the flex. Yes, this has all of that, but mostly it feels very sturdy, and that too while being lightweight at 1.4 kgs. I mean, carrying this would be a breeze. Okay, so looks good, yes, but now the performance, which is where I think this really stands out. There's 11th Gen Core i3, and I know this is not new, but it's the best in this segment, way better than the Celeron chipset, especially when combined with 8GB DDR4 RAM and 512GB NVMe SSD, and this does fairly well in terms of storage tests. There are other benchmarks too that I ran, but not sure what a benchmark guy or girl is doing here. Anyways, the day-to-day performance with this is really good. See, this boots up fairly quickly in about 13 seconds. Opening apps and all is quick. And to give you an idea, this is the laptop with 10 plus Chrome tabs, Cinebench downloading from the store, Steam running in the background. And yes, the CPU usage does get high, but look how snappy the laptop is. Even multitasking is quick and snappy, which is not something you see in budget laptops, especially around 20K. Honestly, I've used other laptops in the same price segment, and they're mostly very slow, very laggy, and I used to feel that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's the budget price segment. But this definitely changes things. And this is 180 degrees. I mean, this just feels more usable day to day. I also found it very stable, no weird shutdowns, no app crashes. Heck, the laptop does not heat up even when running benchmarks, and even the fan only turns up when running these benchmarks. So very silent and nice performance, and this is fairly upgradable. You get this slot here for quickly adding an HDD. Inside, you can see the fan, the heat pipe, and the two RAM slots, one of which is empty, and you can also see the SSD here. Considering this will be apt for students or for elders or for someone who requires a laptop for basic tasks, the ports are an important factor, and this does not compromise on anything. There's fast USB-A and USB-C ports on the right with HDMI, more USB ports on the right along with the micro SD reader, and even a LAN port. Like I said, no compromises. Now this has a 14-inch 1080p LCD panel, and I know we're so used to seeing crazy OLED displays on laptops. This seems pretty usual, but this is really good for this price segment, and that's because it's sharp enough. The brightness is okay-ish, but no problems outdoors. Viewing angles are not bad too, and the color accuracy isn't great. Yes, we tested things, but it's good enough for watching movies and shows and the usual day-to-day tasks. Not totally washed up. There's also no screen bleeding or any weird issues. Yes, the bezels are big and have this cheap plasticky finish. There's also a big chin, but again, the pricing just slaps me back to reality. And talk about slapping, the keyboard comes next. I mean, it's not backlit or anything, and I'm not sure how long these stickers will last. A caps lock indicator should have been there, but hey, there is a bright side. The typing experience is surprisingly good. The layout feels good, proper arrow keys and everything. The keys have good travel and feedback, and I did not notice any flex when typing. It's only when you do this you see the flex. The touchpad is a different story. The size is fine, it supports gestures, but the surface has a rough texture which I'm not a fan of. I'm also not a fan of the webcam. I do appreciate the physical shutter, but the 720p webcam is, well, a 720p webcam. Okay, I'm sorry, 21K, it's fine, sorry. The battery life is also pretty good. I wasn't expecting a lot with the 45 watt battery, but with some browsing, text editing, I got a battery life around 5.5 hours, which is not bad. In terms of charging, this comes with a 45 watt charger that charges via the proprietary port and takes around 1.5 hours to fully charge. But surprise, surprise, this even supports Type-C charging. Didn't see that coming, did you? Neither did I. So I plugged in a 45 watt PD charger and it worked. No fast charging, but yeah, it works. Moving on, this has bottom firing speakers which are average, not very loud, and sound a bit tinny. In terms of connectivity, I did not have any issues with Bluetooth, but the Wi-Fi version is a bit confusing. I mean, the Flipkart listing mentions Wi-Fi 6, Acer's website mentions Wi-Fi 5 on one place, Wi-Fi 6 in the other place. In Windows, you see Wi-Fi 6 in the task manager, so it's a bit confusing. That apart, the Wi-Fi mostly works fine, but when I did some speed tests, I did find it slower than say more high-end laptops, probably because of the older modem in the 11th gen Intel CPU. In terms of software, this comes with Windows 11 and you get the Office apps pre-installed but no license, and there's almost no bloatware, except when I first set up the laptop, I was welcomed with McAfee. Yeah, McAfee never goes away, yeah. Look, this laptop has been going for 22K, 23K, 24K, and at this price, I think this is just a great option. Yes, this is not perfect, I already talked about that, but the biggest problem with laptops in this under 25K segment is the performance and displays, and all comes down to choosing the option with the least compromise, and that's where this makes the most sense. I think this just stands out in the performance aspect while doing the other basics mostly right, which is a big deal in this price range. You know what, let me know what you think of this laptop in the comment section below. Also, if you are someone who's using this laptop, make sure to share your experience so that everyone knows. And yeah, thanks for watching. Do subscribe, hit that bell icon, and see you in the next one.